All right. So every great training leader faces challenges about how to develop impactful learning experiences without losing time to complicated systems. So at DigitalChalk, we believe you shouldn't have to choose between ease of use and powerful features. That's why we built an LMS with unlimited support so that you can focus on the purpose of your position, which is expanding your learning strategy and not rolling out systems. We've created a system that is easy to implement, yet robust enough to meet every need, whether you're onboarding professional employees or educating customers. So with Digital Chalk, we are able to help make it easier for you so that you can focus on what matters most, which is improving your learners' experience and driving company growth. All right. So the state of e-learning today, if you're navigating training without an LMS or struggling with a platform that doesn't quite meet your needs, we want you to know you're not alone. Many learning industry leaders are facing the same challenges. Industry research reveals that nearly half of the workers at U.S. companies will find that their core skills are outdated in just the next 2 to 3 years. And only 33% of employees feel equipped with the tools that they need to quickly apply the skills that they learn on a day-to-day basis. So it's not surprising that learning leaders often feel frustrated and uncertain about their ability to prepare employees for the future. But it doesn't have to be this way. With the right tools and strategy, you can break free from these barriers and empower your workforce and your customers to thrive in a rapidly changing world. On the next slide, we'll share a little bit more about our customers and the success that they've had. So if you're still navigating training without an LMS, or you are thinking about implementing an LMS, these are some of the people that have already implemented an LMS and are seeing success. So our clients tell us that they meet or exceed the industry averages of saving 20 to 50% of time previously spent on managing and delivering training by implementing an LMS. They've replaced classroom-based learning with online learning, saving up to 42% of their previous in-person training costs. And even more importantly, the learners are on average 92% more engaged with training that is being delivered, which incorporates video, gamification, learning scenarios, and also checkpoints. So what programs have they put in place to actually achieve this type of success? Well, we'd like to share that with you. So our customers are, with training needs constantly evolving, they need a system that can adapt. And DigitalChalk offers the flexibility to meet a wide range of training scenarios, whether it's onboarding new employees, delivering compliance, or creating customer-facing courses. So with its customizable tools, DigitalChalk lets you design a program tailored for your unique goals. From an employee training perspective, DigitalChalk helps you onboard faster, enhance skills, and maintain compliance without administrative burden. By automating certifications and integrating with your existing systems to make the most out of your training data, you can really focus on delivering and developing a team that's ready for today and for in the future. And from a customer training perspective, DigitalChalk enables you to deliver outstanding courses and content. Even more than that, you can also monetize your programs with secure e-commerce and really help your clients have the training that they need to be more knowledgeable, engaged, and loyal to your company. So with a flexible platform like DigitalChalk, you can streamline processes, save time, and also deliver training that evolves along your organization's needs, all while creating an impactful experience for your learners. All right. And one of the things that we get asked about quite often is integrations. And so before I turn it over to Troy for the demo, one of the most important questions we get asked is how does your system integrate? And we understand that integrations are essential for modern online training programs. So that's why we offer a highly flexible and configurable platform designed to support the tools and systems that you already rely on. Whether you're connected with Salesforce for streamlined sales enablement or leveraging Insperity for HR efficiency or using APIs and SSO for custom setup, DigitalChalk ensures your training ecosystem runs very smoothly. DigitalChalk supports many options for single sign-on, allowing you to seamlessly integrate your systems with our platform. So whether you're using Active Directory, Intra ID, Okta, or another system, DigitalChalk allows you to quickly connect and delegate authentication among those systems. And in many situations, you don't even have to engage your tech team, or you would engage them in a very light manner. Connecting with other software as a service offerings is really a breeze with DigitalChalk. With thousands of connections to hundreds of different SaaS applications, you can share information between the products and with DigitalChalk with the power of these customized connections. So to summarize, if you're looking to create something that is really unique from an integrations perspective, DigitalChalk offers access to our API and rule-driven webhooks to give you direct access to the data and notifications about events that happen in DigitalChalk in real time. All right, so we're getting close for Troy to be taking over and jumping into the demo. So we've got a very full featured system. And so these are some of the key categories that Troy's going to focus on today. So with that, I'll send it over to Troy for the demo.
Great. Thank you, Ann. So I'll be getting to show a lot of the features that Ann just highlighted, and I'm going to do a overview in the short amount of time that we have. What you're looking at here is the login page for DigitalChalk. This is customized for a construction company. The entire system can be branded to the needs of your organization, whether you're selling courses online, you want to deliver a brand out there that attracts new customers, or if you're doing internal training, you need a brand that matches your organization so your employees feel comfortable navigating the site. You can see a different example here. I've just thrown up here in a tab of the Suffolk County Police Department. Very different looks. As you enter into DigitalChalk, Ann talked about the integrations. Single sign-on is a big integration that we support for many different platforms. Right here, I'm showing you the form authentication mechanism, but this could be replaced with your internal identity provider. So let's go ahead and log in. Upon logging into DigitalChalk, you're put on the learner's dashboard. So every person will land on a dashboard that looks like this. In the top, you will see a bulletin area. This area is fully customized by your organization administrators, people who want to put out information to their team, to all the employees, advertising a new course. Anything can be put up there in the bulletin area. And that can be scrolled through by your learners. Down below, you will see all the courses that you are currently registered for. So these are the courses that your organization has put on your dashboard for you to go through, or that you've actually registered for yourself. If your organization has enabled the ability to self-register, you'll see the catalog tab. The catalog tab allows you to peruse all the different courses that are available within the organization that they've given you access to, and then register straight from this area. So what I like to do is I take you through what it looks like from a student perspective to launch a course and go through some of the various learning activities. So let's go through this Challenges Leaders Face in Construction course. So you see here when I launch the course, I will see all the different elements of a course that is making up this particular course. There are various ways that you can customize the delivery of your course. One is one element at a time, meaning that I have to take this element before I can take these, and you can see that those are grayed out. I can also hide these elements from someone as they're taking the course so they don't know exactly where they are in the course, I can break this up into sections, and I can also do a time delivery of elements within the course. So if you have, multiple sessions that you're doing over several different weeks, you can choose to drip the content to your learners in that fashion so that they're all taking it at the same time. Next, you will see that there is a discussions tab on this course. Discussions can be enabled for any course within the system, and this gives your learners the ability to talk back and forth with each other, share their learning experiences, ask questions of each other, and do different replies. So you can view this kind of like Slack built into the DigitalChalk platform, giving some of that real-time communication. As an administrator, you have full authority for moderation over discussions. Those messages are posted in a moderation board. You can choose to moderate that discussion, contribute to that discussion, and you can even use artificial intelligence to look at the sentiment of the entire discussion. That will tell you if the discussion is going south or if you're having a good, robust conversation among your employees or the people taking the course. So let's go through a sample of a course. The first element of the course that I'd like to show you is the video element. I'm going to hit play and hit mute. So our video element is where we started DigitalChalk. What you're seeing right here is what we call a checkpoint. We allow you to add checkpoints throughout the course of the video to make sure that your learner is actually paying attention, meeting a compliance demand. So in our real estate markets that we serve, many times you have to ensure that the person sitting at the computer is the person taking the course, and also make them interact to understand that they are still sitting there. So you can see here that I've placed a checkpoint here that, hey, you better write down the 5 challenges because you're going to be tested on it. Those checkpoints can include everything from just a statement like that to making the user enter their password again, true false questions, multiple choice questions. And as you ask these interactive questions within our video technology, if the user gets it wrong, we can always back that user up automatically to the point in the video where they actually will learn that material over again. And we make sure that we reinforce the learning in that way. Our video technology allows you to customize whether you want the user to be able to fast forward or not. It allows you to allow them to speed up or slow down the video. All of this is customizable by you. You can add chapters to your video as well as captions in multiple different languages, and we'll look at how that is done. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward this video to the end as I've allowed that, and we'll be taking off to the next element. You can see here that this element was marked as complete. I can see my progress through the course. The next element that I'll show you is what we call an external link. Many times in your learning, you need to point to documents that are on your internal network. Those documents need to be updated and live. So we allow you to link off those documents, and we track that the user has actually gone to that document and completed the reading the information that you've asked them to go through. The next element that I'll show you is called an assignment. Assignments really can be multi-use. They could be something that's interactive, with the actual learner from the instructor, but it can also be, hey, go off and go do something, maybe offline, and then come back and report on that. This particular assignment here is asking me to, write something about how leaders in the construction industry face challenges. It gives me a PowerPoint template to download that I can create a presentation with. And then that learner can upload that and interact with the instructor in that way. The instructor gives feedback in real time on this. So we'll submit that. And you'll see here that this assignment is now awaiting grade. So that thing has to be graded before I am allowed to move on. So let's skip over. And since I am also a grader, you can go look in the grade book for this learner, which is me. As the instructor, I'm going to review this assignment. Of course, I aced it, passed. Now when I come back as the learner, you can see that I've passed that assignment. Instructor has let me go through. The final element that I'll show you within the course is our testing facilities. Testing is very robust within DigitalChalk. I'm going to show you a couple of different question types here. This is a first question type. It's a multiple choice. We have a true false. Another multiple choice. True false. Let's see. So my test is completed. It can be auto-graded by the system. Didn't do so great, but it's still going to let me pass the course because it's going to be averaged out across that course. The last thing that you'll see here is my certificate of completion was generated for me. I can download that certificate, save it onto my desktop. This is the PDF certificate that allows me to see when I completed the course, what my grade was, the instructor. All of that is customizable by the instructor for the course. So let's look at how did I actually build this course and go through that. So if I go to my courses, let's go ahead and click on my the Challenges Leader Face Construction course. You can see I was the instructor. My passing grade was 70. These are the different delivery types that I was talking about. We can choose the visibility of each of those elements, whether that content can be reviewed after someone completes the course or not. If we go into the elements of the course, you can see here, if I click on Add Element, these are all the different element types that we support. We talked about the assignments and the videos and the tests, but we also support all your standard learning packages from SCORM to XAPI, AICC, PowerPoints, Web Archives. All of those can be uploaded within the system. We do instructor-led training. This would be things like, a Zoom meeting, a GoToWebinar meeting, and those things can be integrated right within DigitalChalk. And we will record the attendance as someone attends that meeting. If you have an integration with your Zoom client or with your GoToMeeting client, WebEx, we actually can detect that that user attended and mark them complete right within DigitalChalk. Surveys, certificates, files, all sorts of different elements that you can add to this. So let's go in here into the common challenges faced by construction business owners. We can see here, this is the content, this is the video, which is actually presented in what we call our media library. Our media library allows you to upload all of your assets, all of your learning assets right within DigitalChalk. We can click into those assets at any time. And this is where the power of DigitalChalk AI can really help you out. One of the things that we use is videos quite a bit. You can see here, we allow you to generate your transcripts for the video using AI right within our platform. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this. And what will happen in the background is we're looking at that video, transcribing that video, creating all the closed caption files so that you can actually see those closed captions in process right within the video. So if we go to the video that we were added to the course, you can see here that this one is generated by closed captions. Give the ability also to go in here once it's created by AI. There may be some mistakes, especially if you have abbreviations within your industry. You can go in here at any time and edit each one of these captions, resave it, and publish that. I can add chapters to my video here. So let's go back to that course, go on through. So if I struggle at any point within DigitalChalk with coming up with good descriptions or good names for different pieces within the system, you will notice our AI show up in those instances. So here we have a description that I'm going to go ahead and generate. And what it's going to do, it's going to show me how many tokens of AI I have left. I have here the video that I want to create a description for, generate, and really within seconds, I have a description that was pulled out of the transcript of this video. It was summarized and placed. So there's very little effort on a course creator to have to come up with all of those things. Very similarly, let me go into the test application. If we go into our tests, many times we have the content. As course creators, we have content that we want to deliver, but it's really hard to understand, okay, how do I test on this content? So let me go ahead and delete, a couple of these so that we can show you how these questions might be generated. But I have an AI generate questions, and I can pick from the videos within the course. I can pick from videos that I know that other people have taken based upon this course. Once I I have my settings here. I can say, hey, I want to generate, let's go 3 text choices and 2 true false, and maybe some drop down questions. Generate. So what's happening now is the AI is going off, looking at all of the material that's embedded with this course, paying attention to that video, and then for each question type is going through and creating questions that are based upon the content that's delivered within this course. You can see here, it's come up with multiple different questions that I can come into and I can expand. I can see it created options for those questions. It also chose the correct answer so that it can be automatically graded. I can come in here and modify this. I can generate feedback based upon the question as well, all using our AI technology. Let me touch a little bit on our e-commerce functionality. DigitalChalk is really driven by a rule system underneath the covers. Every user within DigitalChalk can be decorated with what we call user fields. This is really metadata about a user. And you can drive a lot of rules based upon this metadata. And that could be rules for discounts. That could be rules to automatically register people into courses. A good example of that might be in new hire training. You need to register people into new hire training when they come on board. So I could create a rule that actually registers them into that automatically when I see them come into the system without having to manually do any of that work. But when we look at the e-commerce functionality, each course can actually be exposed to have e-commerce functionality built right within it. So you can see here, this particular page, it has a marketing page. When I launch this marketing page out, I can actually put a price on this course. Now I have a public landing page, and anyone can come in and now purchase this course straight from DigitalChalk. DigitalChalk offers you the ability to publish courses that are hidden away from your employees, but only offered in the marketplace. We can sell those courses in pounds or US dollars, euros, many different currencies around the world. And all those can be directly deposited. All the course purchases are directly deposited right within your bank account. That's a very high level overview of the things that DigitalChalk can do. I know it's didn't get to go very deep with the time that we had, but I'd be happy to answer any questions that you might have.
All right. Yeah. Thank you, Troy and Ann. We definitely are getting some questions coming through. So I'm going to read some of these off for you all. Some of them are more specific about what integrates with it. So does it integrate with Microsoft Teams? And then other like off the shelf service type of services, like a Skillsoft or things like that.
Sure. So Skillsoft offers all their courses usually within, SCORM format, AICC format, also some XAPI. We support all those different formats. They can be downloaded right within, from your licensing from Skillsoft and uploaded into the DigitalChalk for delivery. That is all tracked. It can be tracked with an external LRS or right within our platform, either one. The integrations that we have are literally hundreds of different tool sets. Everything from Microsoft, yes, to Google, but HubSpot. If the tool set has an API that's exposed, we can integrate with it very, very easily, and we can do that for you, or you can actually do it yourself. So either way works.
Awesome. Thank you. Elizabeth here had a question. Do you all offer like multiple select options? So she's mentioning essay, open response, branching scenario questions.
Yes. So the multiple choice, multiple response is supported. We also have a randomization of answers. So if you need to randomize those questions or the answers within the questions, we support essays, short answer and long answer. Fill in the blank. Those fill in the blank can be matched. So underneath the covers, you can put in various answers for that. We actually have a matrix question, one of our most complex question types that you can do with column or row uniqueness. And you can make those checkboxes or radio buttons.
Great, thank you. Donald has a question about the AI functionality and whether that's included when you sign on, or is it like sort of an add-on feature that you would add?
Great question, Donald. AI has taken the world by storm, obviously, and we have been quick to implement it within the platform. It is a token-based add-on, so the way that works is you purchase a number of tokens that is added onto the platform for you. So if you already have a solution that's doing closed captioning for you, you don't need to use our AI for that. Then you could limit your tokens and use it on, question development or descriptions within your courses.
Awesome. Okay, we have a question here from Kelly. Kelly's asking, on average, how long would it take like an admin who's setting it up to learn DigitalChalk, work with it, and what support does like DigitalChalk have any support on the side that they provide to admins who are configuring everything?
Kelly, I absolutely love that question. Support is something that DigitalChalk really prides itself on. The support team is amazing. When you sign on with DigitalChalk, you are assigned a customer advocate. You also go through what we call a jumpstart program, where we have people that are dedicated to you to handhold you through everything. If you have all of your content ready to go, we've spun organizations up within days. We've had organizations come to us in a panic, say, we got to get going, help us, and we can get you spun up within days. If you have a longer process with a lot of different rules, a lot of integrations, things that you want us to help you with, we schedule that jumpstart program over 30 days, and then we can extend that into 90, depending on the integrations and the type of work that we need to do.
Thank you. That was great. Very helpful. And I think we have time for like one more question. It looks like, do you have offer any like multi-language training?
Yes. Well, Avery, is the question about multi-language training or multi-language support?
It looks like multi-language training.
Okay. So we don't offer specific courses in in training languages, but the platform itself conforms to any language that you need. So we can actually, the entire interface will translate based upon the user's preference. The first thing we do is when the user logs in, we look at what their browser preference is, and we change the whole site to match that language.
Wow, yeah, I think that's exactly the point that they were getting to on that one.
Okay.
So that's great. Well, thank you both, Ann and Troy, for your time today. This was really, really wonderful. Getting some great kudos in the chat as well. And with that, I just want to give you an opportunity to share any last remarks with the audience before I close this out.
Sure. I'll say thank you for attending. We would love to talk to you. We'd love to help you out with your learning. We'd also like to be a mentor. If you need help in understanding kind of this market, let us help you out. Call our team. We have multiple resources that are listed here that you can go look at. You can always email us at sales@digitalchalk.com and we'll get somebody to help you out.